made up of about 71% water, 96.5% of which is held in its oceans. Our planet is home to thousands upon thousands of drop-dead gorgeous beaches, so choosing the very best piece of sandy real estate in the world is slightly subjective. We also chose a mix of urban and island beach destinations, and we tried to spread the love for our top beaches across the continents. In this video, I will tell you the 10 island beach destinations, so like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our uploads. And of course, today's video is brought to you by Tripidabido.com, the premier platform for booking tours and activities in this city, and is the proud sponsor of this video. Interested in traveling, click the link in the description below. Number 10. Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. One of Mexico's most popular beach tourist destinations, Puerto Vallarta on the country's Pacific coastline is home to a number of majestic beaches along its Bay of Banderas, while the Hotel Zone and the Centro districts are home to attractive gold sand beaches, where the water is deep blue and the sunsets stretch on forever. The very best beaches are located at the historic Zona Romantica and then south from it on Highway 200. Playa Los Muertos is one of the most popular beaches and has a super lively vibe. There are dozens of lounges and restaurants on the sand for dining, listening to music, and making new friends. Puerto Vallarta has a robust hotel scene. If you are looking for a just-opened all-inclusive experience, try the new Hilton Vallarta Riviera all-inclusive resort in the Hotel Zone. The luxury property is eco-friendly, has some loungers on a private stretch of beach, 11 restaurants, 2 swimming pools, and an excellent spa. Number 9. Pink Sands Beach, Harbor Island, the Bahamas. Unlike any other beach in the Caribbean, Pink Sands Beach on Harbor Island in the Bahamas is actually made up of pale pink sand that looks particularly surreal at sunrise and sunset. You can really say no filter when posting on Instagram. This is one of the top pink sand beaches in the world. The beach runs for almost 5 kilometers and is, at points, as wide as 30 meters. The color of the sand comes from the ocean-crushed bodies of microscopic coral insects, called foraminifera, that live on the underside of reefs. The turquoise water here tends to be quite calm and shallow thanks to outlying reef protection, which makes swimming quite safe. Number 8. Shipwreck Beach, Zakynthos, Greece. Only accessible from the sea, Shipwreck Beach on the island of Zakynthos is one of the most gorgeous beaches in all of Greece. Set in a crescent-shaped cove, surrounded by towering cliffs that extend outward into the sparkling azure sea, where you'll find sea caves. The beach is comprised from fine white pebbles and is truly a stunning work of nature. Named for the wreck of a ship smuggling contraband cigarettes that washed ashore here in 1980, Shipwreck Beach is in Smuggler's Cove on the island's west coast. You'll need to catch a taxi boat from the harbor at Agios Nikolaos on Zakynthos' northeast coast to access it. Number 7. Miami Beach, Florida. Miami Beach is the name for the 2.5-mile beach and city located on the barrier island between Miami and Biscayne Bay, and one of the most beautiful beaches in America. At its southern end is South Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches in the mainland U.S., with powdery white sand, clear turquoise water, and an ultra-hot social scene. On the beach itself, you can spend a day just sunbathing and swimming, or partake in any manner of water sports, from jet skiing to wakeboarding. The South Beach neighborhood is a dining, shopping, and entertainment hotspot. Most of the action is centered along Ocean Drive, which is filled with beautiful Art Deco buildings housing glamorous boutiques, chef-driven restaurants, and sidewalk cafes made for people watching. Don't be surprised if you see a celebrity or two. Number 6. Whitehaven Beach, Queensland, Australia. Consistently rated one of the best beaches in Australia and the world. Whitehaven Beach is a beauty on an island off the Queensland coast at the edge of the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, accessible only by boat, seaplane, or helicopter. It serves up 7 kilometers of glittering white silica sand backed by turquoise water. The beach is on Whitsunday Island, which is the largest of the 74 islands that make up the group by the same name. Head to Hill Inlet, at the northern end of Whitehaven Beach, when the tides are changing for an Instagram-worthy photo shoot. When the water shifts its depth, the colors of blue change and swirl around the sand. It is a stunning sight. Tone Point is another excellent lookout area. Most people access Whitehaven on a day trip from Airlie Beach on the mainland. The island can be reached via ferry, yacht, or powerboat. and is included on a lot of day trip group itineraries from Hereby Beach that may include snorkeling in the Great Barrier Reef. Whitehaven is also usually included as a stop on multi-day sailing charter trips. Hereby Beach itself is a proper beach town with numerous lodging and dining options, as well as a pretty strip of sand. Number 5. Railay Beach, Thailand. One of Thailand's most beautiful beaches, gorgeous Railay Beach sits isolated on a small peninsula that can only be reached by long-tail boat, a journey that is well worth taking. Upon arrival, you'll find shimmering, powdery, soft white sand and a picture-perfect turquoise lagoon, all surrounded by giant limestone monoliths, both in and out of the water, dense jungle, and cliffs and caves. It is an adventure beach playground that is very popular with active honeymooners and couples in general for its mix of romance and adrenaline. You can rock climb the cliffs here or swim through underground caves to find secret lagoons. And there is also the ultra luxe Rayavadi, which is the perfect place to spend at least a few nights of your honeymoon. Number 4. Camps Bay Beach, Cape Town, South Africa. Just a 10-minute drive from downtown Cape Town in South Africa, Camps Bay Beach is simply stunning when it comes to scenery. The water here is of the turquoise and emerald streak variety, backed by darker blues and dependent on the seasons, but it is deceptively cold. Still, in summertime, the public beach draws hordes of swimsuit-clad sun worshippers, and many locals brave the waves long enough to at least cool off. The current here comes straight from Antarctica. That said, Camps Bay makes our list because the beach itself is beautiful, with scenery not like anywhere else on Earth. On one side, you see the sand and waves. On the other, the 12 Apostles rock formations tower over the coastline. Camps Bay is actually just one of a number of gorgeous beaches within a 20-minute drive of Cape Town. The Clifton beaches are equally popular and can only be accessed by climbing down a very steep set of steps from the road. Number 3. Hereby, Maldives. A nation comprised of 1,200 islands in the Indian Ocean, the Maldives are home to some of the most stunning beaches on the planet. Most of these islands, including Hereby, are home to only 1 or 2 resorts, and as such, you'll have a whole lot of pristine white sand meets turquoise lagoon shoreline to just a select few people. Although there are not really any bad beaches in the Maldives, this is one of the world's most romantic destinations, a favorite with honeymooners from around the planet. The beaches on Hereby are especially spectacular. Accessible only to guests of the one and only Hereby Resort, the private island has 12 different beaches for you to explore. It's on its own time zone, an hour ahead of the capital of Malé. And the sunsets here stretch on forever. The luxury resort caters to families as well as couples alike and has classic overwater bungalows. Number 2. Grace Bay Beach, Turks and Caicos. Located just southeast of the Bahamas, Turks and Caicos are a group of some 40 islands that remain of British overseas territory. World-renowned Grace Bay Beach, on its main island of Providenciales, is one of the world's most exquisite stretches of white sand, running for 8 kilometers in a half-crescent shape. It is backed by crystal-clear turquoise water, where one of the world's largest coral reef systems still thrives just offshore. Grace Bay Beach is part of the Princess Alexandra Marine Park, and there are 2 excellent snorkeling spots that can be accessed from the beach. The Bight Reef and Smith's Reef are both filled with living coral and tropical fish, and you can follow a marked snorkeling trail around them. Also keep an eye out for Jojo, a wild bottlenose dolphin. He calls this area his playground and has been known to interact with humans swimming in the sea. He's been declared a national treasure on the island, and the last time we visited, we saw him with a lady dolphin friend. Speaking of animal friends, if you miss your dog, you can sign up to take a homeless puppy to the beach with Potcake Place. The animal shelter works to get local stray dogs, known as potcakes, adopted, and one of their most popular programs involves spending a morning at the beach with a potcake puppy, which is just about one of the cutest things on the planet. The dogs are all available for adoption. Number 1. Matira Beach, Bora Bora, French Polynesia. The French Polynesian isle of Bora Bora, floating in Archipelago in the South Pacific, is as close to tropical paradise perfection as you can get. Surrounded by a crystal-clear and super calm lagoon that boasts one of the world's most brilliant turquoise and marbled azure water, the island is home to white sand beaches and a lush interior of pointy volcanic peaks. The best public beach on Bora Bora is Matira Beach. Here, the sand is white and powdery soft, And while it is popular with locals on weekends, unless a cruise ship is docked, it never gets too packed. The sunsets over the brilliant turquoise lagoon are legendary and should not be skipped. There are numerous other beaches on Bora Bora and also the small islets, known as motus, surrounding it. On these, you'll find some of the island's most posh resorts, many of which feature the overwater bungalows that French Polynesia is best known for. They were actually invented on the neighboring island of Radiatia. Bora Bora is the ultimate honeymoon destination, and if you can afford the splurge and the time it takes to get here, it's an 8-hour flight from Los Angeles. It is well worth the effort.